Hey everybody, this is Nick and Goddess for MRC-TV outside of the CNN Washington Bureau here in Washington, D.C. And we're trying to get somebody from CNN to let us know why their outlet refuses to cover the Hunter Biden New York Post story and why nobody will ask Joe Biden, besides maybe a local reporter, about the Hunter Biden story and the validity of it. Well, as luck would have it, we were waiting outside for somebody to come by, and a security guard, albeit a very nice security guard, came by and asked us what we were doing there. Well, we told him, and he told us that somebody who was watching us from CNN thought we were protesters and wanted to make sure. Well, he came back 2 minutes later, the security guard, and told us that we would have to leave the premises because it's private property. Well, we're not one to spark too much of a confrontation, so we're here across the street, right outside the parking garage for CNN, where we're not going to get to talk to anybody because they're already going to be in their cars and it's very heavily guarded. So, on to the next outlet.
We're trying to run into mainstream media here and ask them why they're not covering the Hunter Biden story. You're part of Sky News, right?
We are Sky News Arabia.
Okay.
Because Sky News it is based in London, so
yes.
We are the Arabic version of it.
Okay.
And actually we are covering this story.
Yeah.
Well, in the United States, the Democrat camp has been rocked by allegations which may well prove that its candidate Joe Biden has been lying. The New York Post has published damning emails.
We wanted to ask you why you think it's a bigger international story than why the mainstream media isn't covering it here in America.
Why they are not covering it?
Yeah.
Actually, from my opinion, they are covering it, but maybe on different levels.
You think stuff like that could just have been planted in there and be completely fake?
Sometimes they are focusing on this story, and somebody else not.
Hey everybody, Nick and Goddess back here again in front of the CBS building in Washington, D.C., where we were told by yet another polite security guard that we are not allowed to even film their logo. The security guard told us it was a CBS local station, even though it is a national station and it is their Washington bureau for their national news. On a public sidewalk?
Yeah, but you're filming their logo. They don't want you doing that.
What does it matter if they're local or not?
I'm just saying that's CBS's policy.
Well, I understand, but CBS doesn't own the sidewalk.
No, it doesn't, but I'm saying her camera's pointing at their logo.
So, they have another very private parking garage, and you are not even allowed to look inside the building, really. Otherwise, they will come out and tell you to stop looking at their logo. So, I guess we're just going to have to keep at it. Thanks for watching.